Welcome to Wonkeyjase.
So today we're looking at some of the amazing stuff you buy on Facebook. We've got this lovely Subaru there with a panoramic glass roof. That's really cool. And then we've got this Ultima GTR fantastic car. Now that's a real track car. If ever I've seen one. And the Vauxhall Lotus Colton Turbo. That was got a lot of backlash when it came out because it was the first saloon car, 5-seater, that can do over 180 miles per hour. That was pretty phenomenal. And we got a 1971 Triumph GT6. Well, okay, you could buy that if you want, I guess. Shouldn't really buy everything that you see on Facebook. Anyway, going on, there's a Westfield there looking nice. Is that Mercedes? It looks a bit weird. And then you've got a plate flipper. Well, that's illegal, but never mind, you can buy it off of Facebook. And we've got a lovely American car there. We've got a free kayak. You can't bargain with the price there. And a lovely Nissan Cherry there, looking good. Another Westfield, 22,000 for that one. Cool. And we've got a that's a mini hot tub, and pretty cool there. You got a free boxing thing that you can hit. And the one, how much for that? Oh my god! And that is pretty cool. That's apparently a go-kart. That's nice. That's off a Porsche. I think it's a 916, but it's a special kind of car anyway. You got a lovely Citroen there, and you got a free project there, a free boat. You can't say cool, can't you? And you got a TVR, not that my favourite TVR. I will say it's one of the early ones. And you got the Robin Reliant. Yeah, they were a bit weird. Yeah, only 3 wheels. Yeah, not the fun. And look at that little fella. That's weird. And we've got a tiny little caravan. I'm not sure if that's for a human or not. And we've got it's a freaking tank. That's what it is. And this came up with when it came out in the 90s. It was the first well, you could beat the speed limit in first gear. You could go up to 90 miles per hour on that vehicle in first gear. So they got a lot of backlash for that. That was the Yamaha FZR 1000 X-Up, which is a crazy car. And look at that little fella, that's looking good. You can even get a bus. I mean, you're gonna have to get another license to be able to drive that bus. But the fact that you can buy a bus like that, and they also got this. That looks pretty cool. You can turn that into something nice. And you got a I don't know what that was. It's a bit okay. Not sure what website. No, that was actually on Facebook. Never mind. A Triumph Spitfire there. I've seen better versions of it, and that is nice. That's definitely a car that I would love to own. And you've got a motorcycle there looking rather weird. That's crazy. And we've got this old police car, Morris Ford, and that'd be great to go around town looking at that. You've got a greenhouse for free. BMW i8, one of my favourite cars, fantastic looker. And we've got this Ford, well, what it is, but it's American. Now that's nice. I know it's not a car, but that's a nice stereo, very nice indeed. You've got a freezer there, looking good. Pardon me. Then we've got a jacuzzi. Now that's just a water butt turned into a jacuzzi. I'm not sure that would actually work. I'm not sure I would want to put myself in there. They're usually found on building sites, etc. That's a nice Mercedes there. See a lot of those in the industrial. And we've got the Nissan Cherry again. That's nice. That's a Corvette, I do believe. Not looking the best. That's a nice paint job there. 1971 Morrison minor pickup. And we've got a Ford. Is that F1? But it's a nice vehicle. We've got some printers for free. Probably don't work, but never mind. And we've got the Reliant Bond Bug, and that's a Reliant you do want. We've got a Woolies pickup. Is that the right phrase to say? You've got a Porsche 911 GT2 Evo there, looking sweet. And we've got some land drainage there. Not sure how that got into the picture. And look at that. Cool. That's a do-upper. And nice. That's a kit car. It's is a 358. Is it? 348. Based on, and you've got a Ford Ranger there, looking good. That's interesting. That's cool. Yeah, you go around, you get noticed in something like that. A nice little Fiat 500 there that's been extended, and another military vehicle. I do like my military vehicles, and another one there. I'm not so much keen on that one, perhaps. That's like some of our Jeepers Creepers. And we've got a camera stereo. And then in the 80s, they were actually crazy hot. And there's Dr. Minty finally, unfortunately, he's passed away now. So all hail to Dr. Minty, and he's taken our heart along with him. So I do lots of videos with Dr. Minty, and he was a big part of our lives. But then moving on. Okay, so we've got some more coming up in the second part of this 4, isn't it? So let's get on to the second part. So have you had enough time to go get yourself a cup of tea or a coffee or a nice bowl of milk, perhaps some snacks, and made some dinner for yourself? And then we're back in the second part. So this is some more groovy vehicles there. That's an LDV. That looks quite good. You can get a hot dog stand from Facebook, and we've got a it's like a farmer vehicle there, and a free trampoline. You can't say you can't argue with that. You can definitely, and a free chipper there. I did get a free chipper before. It's a free one that I had to pay for. And you've got a single-seater 2-wheeled unicycle there, and that old stereo there. That's a bit retro. And we've got a VW Caddy van. And that's a caravan that's going for free. I wonder why it's going for free. It doesn't look. Anyway, and we've got some firewood, and that's going for free as well. Sweet. And that's a bit creepy to me. And something for the ladies. And we've got a lovely little exotic car there, looking good on the driveway. That's a dozens. Now there's things you could do with that. And we've got a statue of a cow. And a VW Beetle, I think that is the old skeleton ones. There's a few things that go like skeleton, and if you want to fly away rather than taking the roads, that is looking good. I've got a fork truck for sale. That looks like it's been in some serious fire damage, and we've got a tiny little caravan, not as bad as the one before. We've got a copper barbecue set thing there, and we've got a Vauxhall Astra. It doesn't look like a Vauxhall Astra to me. And these are the old Citroen, is it HV or MV vans, and that's something out of Jeepers Creepers, looking good. And that's a caravan. Cool, that's pretty cool. Nice car. That's a Ferrari. It doesn't look original to me. It looks like a kit car. You can also get yourself a the arcade machine. Now that's crazy shit to me. But never mind. Got a simulator there, looking good. Now I do like these old police cars. A Ford Granada there, and you got a nice Corvette there going for sale, and a nice Porsche. But it's a 94, so 94 didn't actually have a proper Porsche engine in. It was a VW engine in there. So that wouldn't really fit for me. I'm a bit of a purist. We've got a Commodore, old Commodore there. That's crazy good. That one's come up again. Shouldn't actually come up twice, but never mind. And that's a little farm vehicle to go around in. And another one of those little electric cars. The fact that it says electric car rather than the actual make kind of makes you think that perhaps it's not popular. And there's that motorcycle again coming in with the price over there, and we've got a nice Porsche Cayman there, but the front looks like the back and the back looks like a front. We've got the Hillman Imp, and all that is a nice Porsche there, 1972. That is nice. We've got a Ford Cortina there that looks very much like the Granada, the Cortina, and we've got some free bicycles. There's quite a few there, and we've got some Steps to Heaven. £25, really? Okay. We've got a Datsun 260Z. I had one of those in my day. And then we had a it's a do-you-upper, isn't it? It's a Volkswagen Golf, and something you can put your paws in. We've got a free boat there, and another do-you-upper. They want how much for that? That's crazy. And we've got a Quadzilla, road legal, and that looking good, and an older monkey bike. Don't never see any monkeys riding those things, but never mind, it's still a monkey bike. And interior there, I think that was the Ford, the 1970, looking nice. You've also got, that is sweet. You certainly turn some heads on that. And you got a little like a off-roader type situation thing going on there, and a free scooter if you can't afford the off-roader. And then we also got, look at that, that's good. Ooh, I like that. And then you got, okay, that's a bit crazy. That's sort of like Wayne's World sort of territory there, and there's a stretched American car there. Not sure what car it is. If you do know, put it into the comments below. That'd be crazy to know as well what it is for. And a nice pickup truck there, looking good, and some free apples. I'm not sure when this was taken, whether the apples will still be available for free. BMW, now that's a nice car. The front of the car lifts out to get you into the car, so you couldn't really go into a garage and you pull up to the end of the garage, because if you pulled up to the end of the garage, then you couldn't actually get out of the car, and they hadn't actually got a reversing gear in there, so you kind of stuck. So that's no good at all. So we'll leave that one for today. Unless you haven't got a garage. If you haven't got a garage, just got a driveway, it's going to work out perfectly for you. But you got to just make your choice, and you never know what yourself is going to come around the corner. You've got a free bank detector there, and it's a bit of it's a Ford. That's what I do know. And the Land Rover Defender, nice. That does seem good there. And this guy's got old hearse limousine type thing. Free toilet, really? Who would want to buy a second-hand free toilet? I can understand if it's like a camper one and a bit special, but for something for the home, I think I'll go new on that one. And a nice police car. You know I like my police cars, and I don't know what that is, but anyway, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed. That's all the type of things you can buy on Facebook Marketplace. So see you on the next video. Gotta go. Bye bye.